97.9 The Box. It's the Man Had a Morning Show in here with H-Town's own Inayah. She is here. J Mac has been trying to get you here for a while, and he has. What the hell is that?
It's a boombox purse.
That's cute.
That is kind of fly.
It's unique.
I likes.
Lamis is the only one with this, by the way.
All right. Now, J Mac has been trying to get you here for a while. So, J Mac, you have finally come through. So, we're proud of you because you were not doing your job at first. How long you been trying to get her on the show?
At least a month or two.
I'm flattered. Thanks.
What was the holdup, my friend?
Management record company.
What you not gonna do?
That's the truth.
That's what we not gonna do.
Was that the truth? I mean, I called. I talked to you. I talked to the management. They said they had a record, and they got in touch with the PD. So that's the truth.
Nah, this is true. Yeah, I've just been trying to get it all together.
Mac is a man of truth.
I mean, because I see people in the city, and when I see people in the city, I try to contact them.
Got it.
Every artist I see.
Why was it so important?
Because she's talented. And
based on what?
Based off what I've seen on the internet.
And what have you seen on the internet?
I've seen remixes.
Now, when you say internet, can you be specific? What part of the internet? Instagram. Where else?
Instagram.
Okay.
YouTube.
Facebook.
Facebook. Everywhere.
And now, what finally brought you to her attention since, you're the facilitator?
I mean, just seeing it. Just seeing it, and finding out she was from Houston.
Yep.
Because you didn't know that at first.
All day.
I didn't.
So why? Can we talk to her now? Okay.
Do you want to do the interview or let me? If you want me to interview, I can do it. God dog
Sassy
it.
boy. City boy.
It's in here.
It's a sassy boy summer. Go ahead, sassy boy. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm quiet.
Oh, now he heard. Come on.
Timekeeper?
She's right here. She don't have all day, Mac.
Jazz,
go ahead.
You can go interview her since you know so much.
Oh my God.
What is the beef
No,
right now?
you started when you were 2, right?
I did. I've been singing since I was 2. Yes, my mama taught me how to sing. So.
What were some of the songs y'all were singing back then?
Too Many Memories by Johnny Taylor, Clark Sisters, all of it. My background is actually gospel, so that's where I started.
Really?
Really, really.
Can your mom sing good?
Absolutely. My mom is a songstress herself, too, so it's in the family.
What does she think about what's been happening for you?
She's still trying to register all of it, you know what I mean?
Really?
She got my back, though.
Does she not understand how this, because
I definitely...
Usually you get a record company, they put out music,
Right.
You get hot. Your story is a totally different story.
Yep.
It's the story of today.
Yeah.
Social media has turned you into a star.
Right. The transition was...
And not
tough.
something that you anticipated.
Right, definitely. It was. I won't say it was unexpected because we've always known that I'd be here.
Mm-hmm.
We just didn't know how and when it would happen. You know what I mean? Because I did so many competition shows. I did American Idol. I did The Voice. I did all of that. And then, who knew it would come
And all
on
the
social
stuff that
media.
you did in his Instagram.
Yep, overnight.
So
not
overnight, but
overnight, but yeah, like it literally went from 4,300 followers to 100,000 in 48 hours.
What was the video
crazy.
or the moment that put you there?
My Boot Up remake, LMA. Yeah.
On Instagram?
Yes. Went viral like in 48 hours.
And you just woke up the next day?
Yep. I had like 50 missed calls and a ton of text messages. It was crazy. And it was like, oh my God, you're on the internet. I was like, wait, who, me? So, yeah, it was kind of shocking the way it happened.
Now, once this happens, people start gravitating towards you. Do you feel a certain amount of stress to have to now show and prove more, or you were just doing what you were doing, just let me see what else can happen with this at this point? What was the mindset when the first one started to really work?
I mean, I just really got into gear like, okay, I'm going to just keep them coming. It didn't make me want to like say, oh, I need to step it up a notch because obviously they fell in love with what I do naturally. Yeah, so I didn't want to have to like switch up my style or change or anything like that. I just started putting it in their face a little bit more, that's all.
Before then, how does this get started with you saying, oh, I'm just going to put this video up real quick and see what happens? Was that the mindset, or were you just being on Instagram kind of just playing? Because we all do stuff on Instagram and we don't become stars.
I was already doing it, though, because I've
Jingles,
been working for a jingle company for the past 6 years. So I kind of was already playing around with it anyway. And then I just moved it over to social media, and it took off.
Okay, what was your hottest jingle that you wrote while you were working for the company?
Can Can I say it?
Yeah, say it.
Or you
Okay.
can sing it.
I
Yeah.
did it. I did a jingle for a adult company that sells, like toys and pill enhancement pills and stuff like that.
Oh, I saw it.
No, you didn't, J Mac.
saw
Come on.
it.
Yeah.
So J Mac, did the product work?
Oh,
Well, you say I thought that.
I got a good joke.
oh, I was not expecting it.
Look.
Dang.
I was just asking. I guess he ain't gonna answer.
So did it work?
Did it work? No.
No, I ain't used
Oh, okay.
Oh, you didn't use the product. You just was inspired by the
See,
product.
they just want to joke all the time.
No, this is part of the story, bro.
I'm trying
Man,
to
sassy
act
boy
serious.
Summer still in for the thing. Okay, it's a sensitive
that
morning. So anyway, you're doing all this. It starts to take off.
Yes.
Now it gets to a point now where you're starting to wake up and people are expecting you to perform something
Absolutely.
on IG.
Yes.
And you still are, there's still no pressure there. And do you know what's coming next? Because now there's an expectation. When if you
Right.
do this enough, people start calling you.
Yeah.
Not just people, but the record companies
Mm-hmm.
and whomever else. So when do you know for sure that, oh,
I'm
we
hot,
there.
hot.
We're there now.
I'm starting to feel that, or it's kind of been there for a while. But my assistant Camelia, she runs the emails, and my phone is like ding, 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 all day, every day. So it's there, but I can handle it. I ain't scared of nothing.
No, it's not a question of being scared, but one day it happens and
Mm-hmm.
you're in the midst of the storm. And sometimes, you're in the midst of the storm, but you don't know you're in the midst of the storm.
Right.
And there's answers that, people expect. There's things that you're going to have to do that you didn't expect to be doing at this
Yes.
particular point.
I've definitely felt the pressure of the transition, like
Right.
from being a mommy, going to Walmart to buy
Exactly.
tissue, to now I can't even go in Walmart.
Exactly.
I
That's
have
the
to.
point.
I actually, yeah, it's like that. I actually have to order curbside now from stores, and
That's the part of it that no one ever expects.
right.
You want everybody
it
wants
just
the
happened.
fame and fortune, especially when it happens. And yesterday you was able to, you
Yeah,
and your baby would
man.
be able, to
Yeah.
do what you do, and now today you and baby can't chill the way.
Yeah,
that you
and my
used to chill.
son he ain't with that.
See,
Like when people run up to me and be like, "Oh my God, can I please?" He be like, "Mom, I'm ready to go." Like he's still trying to deal
so
with.
how do you hang with both of y'all? Really, how do you handle that? Because it's no one teaches you how to be a star.
Indeed,
It's trial and error.
Yeah.
Every day.
yeah. I just sit down and talk to him. My baby is very intelligent. He's a smart little boy. Hi, Austin. Mommy loves you. He's really, really smart, and he understands, and he knows that this is entertainment. So he knows that we have to separate the two. And I just teach him, hey, these people ain't coming to like take your mommy from you. They like what mommy do. So just you can share me a little bit. He'd be like, all right, mama, I guess.
Now, what about you? How's it been to handle that as well? Because for you, it's other things. It's not just it's not just the people. Now there's the management, there's the record company, there's
Yeah.
money, there's
More people
all
involved.
these.
Yeah,
it's
and
the
a lot of
agent.
people.
It's the demand on your time. We want you. They want you. They want you. They
Yeah.
want you.
I'm learning. I mean, I'm for real. I'm
well, at
still
least
learning.
I appreciate your honesty.
Yeah, I'm still learning. I like it. I love the love,
Mm-hmm.
and definitely, I'm very, very grateful for being acknowledged strictly from being lyrical. I'm happy that I don't have to sell sex or anything like that. But I have a bunch of topics though that I be,
Yeah.
I do what I do, and I talk about what I want to talk about. But
Why she look at J Mac and they got this
What are
back?
some of those topics that you
he
speak
always
of?
trying to be extra and stuff. So what you say?
What are some of those topics that you like to?
Oh.
Your music is based on.
You and her got some things
Well,
in
you just
common.
let it-
But let me tell you,
Mm.
and then I'll let her go. Both of y'all are looking for sugar daddies.
I'm not looking. No more.
What?
Oh, you found
I
one?
got that is in the bag.
Where
baby.
did you find him?
Girl, at a bar during happy hour. You drink?
Steak 48.
No.
Can y'all not say names, please?
Oh, okay.
We
So
can talk
After-
about this later,
after-
but you
yeah.
actually found one?
girl,
Is this a serious
Wait,
conversation? What is going
were
on
you looking
here?
for him,
Let him
or
go.
I
he
wasn't
just-
even looking. He just, the universe. It's
How much
just-
older is he?
It's just the way it works, huh?
How much older is the sugar daddy?
We are 25 years apart.
That's not too bad.
Yeah.
Come on now, in sugar daddy lifestyle. That's a little different.
Exactly, sis.
That's like me.
Wait a minute. Why would you be
Thanks.
looking for a sugar
I
daddy?
wasn't
You don't-
looking.
He
I
came to her,
wasn't
and now
looking.
she is blessed with all
Yes,
his.
I'm so happy. I'm so
He
happy.
get you whatever you want.
I never go back to a youngin'. You understand me?
Oh my God.
Never.
What level of sugar daddy is he at? Because there's, there's manicures, pedicures, and then there's cars, and then, there's, he gonna help you start a business, girl.
That one. He cooks.
He cooked too?
Girl.
Does he have a
Can
brother?
He ever? Everybody been
Can I
asking me that.
leave so they can
He
just
do.
do this?
He got
He
siblings.
actually has a brother?
He got siblings.
What-
Yeah, but they not.
I wonder, can we ask what he does?
And he's a retired NFL player.
Okay.
So
So
yeah,
the bag continues to come in.
well, I'm happy.
You think you're gonna marry him?
Yeah.
For now.
What is going on here?
We ain't there right there
Oh,
yet,
my
but
God.
I will say that I'm very, very satisfied with every part of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
Every
good. She
part.
claiming him.
Yeah.
Out there. Everything.
Well, she's claiming other things now. We've
Hey,
gone
Zaddy.
beyond. We've gone beyond the money. So,
Hey, Sadie.
okay, are
Oh,
y'all?
back to the topics. Okay, so what topics do you like to focus your music on?
I
Well, obviously, Sugar Daddy's
Sugar
is number
daddies,
one.
that's-
that.
Yeah.
Acquired,
real
so
life.
now there's new things to acquire. I guess.
Real life topics. Most of my music is based on real life events, whether it happens to me, somebody I'm close to, or something I witnessed from somebody that I know. You know what I mean? Like it's all true stories. None of it is pretend.
It doesn't sound pretend. It sounds just like they just told you that stuff, and you're just speaking it through the microphone.
Right. Yeah. That's my duty.
Come on, give us some. Come on, Inayah, give us some,
What
man.
you want? What you want?
Just give us something,
whatever
man.
you
Cause
I mean,
I
you know,
mean,
'cause
she
all
got some
day
sugar
long,
daddy
I
flowers.
got these people like, look, this girl is hot, even though you returned my email on
Oh.
a month later. But well,
Listen,
God.
I'm still trying
This
to
is
get.
a sassy boy.
Listen,
Ooh,
I'm
man.
sick of him already.
come on, give us
No,
some,
I'm
please.
kidding. I'm still trying to. Don't hold that
Give us
against
some.
me.
Don't get mad if I got just
I
as
ain't
much
mad.
talent.
I don't be in my feelings.
Oh
like that.
my God.
Wait, I'm
Bruh.
sorry. What? I missed that part.
Come on, dog.
No, what
No,
did you say?
missed the right thing.
What did you
He
say?
said he has just as much talent. It sounded like.
Y'all want to go bar for bar?
No. Just
Might as
tell
well.
Give us something. Come on.
All right. Okay. All the stuff I went through back then don't even matter. Yeah. Look at me now. I'm with the Hatter. J-Max say he could freestyle, but I'm better. Hold up. And my pocket's getting fatter.
Yes.
Yeah. And plus, I'm from the age, and I do any and everything my way.
Yeah.
Hold up. It's Inayah Lamis. Anybody competition, no, they can't beat me. All right. That's enough.
Oh.
Ooh.
That's enough.
My favorite part was she took a shot at you though. But anyway.
Pew,
All right, J-Mac, your turn.
No.
we ain't-
Oh, he's
Let's-
doing it. He's grabbing the mic,
Really?
y'all. Just give him 20 seconds.
Let me
My name
call
is Jay-
Austin.
You gonna call your 8-year-old son
get
on?
Okay, I'm gonna save it for Austin. I'm gonna save it for
Pick him
Austin.
up from school.
Somebody get Austin on the phone, please.
But you know, there's something. You wanted to be a dancer,
Okay, no, wait. Can we clarify that, please?
not a booty dancer.
Okay. we need to make
I'm in
sure
love
we
with a
say that.
stripper.
No,
was watching.
before the music, I wanted to be. Y'all remember Comic View?
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all remember the dancers that used to come out before the show came on?
Right.
That's what I wanted to do. That was my dream. When
Were
I was
you
a little
dancing?
girl. Yeah, I was shaking my shimmy and stuff in front of the TV, trying to mimic what I seen and stuff. And I love New Orleans. I'm a very big fan of the city.
Who that?
Zaddy from New Orleans. Hey, Zaddy again. But so yeah, that was the dream. I wanted to be a Comic View dancer.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but life didn't work out that way.
It seems to be working out.
It is.
Now,
I'm grateful.
I always like to ask people when things start to happen for them. You said earlier that you knew it was going to happen, but you didn't know it was this way.
Right.
But we know that in this era that we live in, social media can create a star.
Yeah.
So is there a pressure that what you've done for a minute at a time only can work for a minute at a time on social media? Well, I guess it's longer now, but it works for Instagram. Is there fear that, okay, how can I make sure that this works now in song form?
No, not at all. Because I started over there first
Right.
in the studio and with my pen and my pad, and then I brought it to social media. It's not the other way around. So it ain't no pressure.
Was there pressure to condense down? Now you got, at that particular time, you had a minute to get your idea across.
See, that's the good thing about working for a jingle company. You have to condense it in so little time because you have to sell commercials and,
Right.
and ads and stuff
Sure,
like
right,
that.
yeah.
So that actually made me quicker and stronger. So nah, I mean it really wasn't hard. It really was not hard. It's been a breeze for me, and I'm grateful that I get to make money doing what I love and what I'm good at.
Now, you decided to do a deal. Why'd you decide to do a deal? Because oftentimes, almost everyone that we talk to out of the H these days, everyone is starting to be shy of the deal. And if they talk money, they're almost everyone want large amounts of money.
Right.
Now, you've decided to do a deal. And
Yeah.
I'm not going to ask about money or anything, but what made you make that decision?
I think contracts scare people with good reason because so many people have gotten messed over. But me particularly, with my record label, they're catering to me and what I need, and they're helping me expand what I've already brought to the table anyway. And shout out to Empire, Gazi, Tina. They so good to me. I love my label. They pretty much just boosted what I already kicked off. So it's more of a partnership than me belonging to the label. So we meet each other halfway, and it's dope. Our relationship is really, really dope.
You're trying to say it's a 50-50 love affair.
I mean, you got to meet me halfway in this thing. I ain't doing nothing all by myself. That's for sure.
Is it, and I know you have a single, but
Yes.
Is it for an album? Is there any, I want to work with this person, or I want to work with this person, or are you going to do everything for
Absolutely.
yourself as it pertains to this first record, at least?
I've always worked best alone.
Yeah.
I've never had to branch out and work with anybody else because I just do best when I'm by myself. But now, since being signed and being a part of a label, I've had to work well with others. So James Fauntleroy is one of the writers that I am so eager to get in the lab with. He's one of the greatest right now. His pen is absolutely insane. I definitely want to work with Timbaland, Missy, Jamie Foxx. I got a few people on my list, but I work cool by myself and with other people.
What about from the Houston Hot Girl collection?
Houston
We
Hot
got
Girl
a lot of
collection.
hot girls right now coming.
You
out
know
of
what?
Houston.
Houston is doing really, really well. I just found out that Normani is from Houston. I did not know that.
Right.
I didn't even know
A lot of people
Lizzo.
didn't know you were from Houston at first.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't know. I don't know how, though, because I stay ripping my city, baby.
Hey.
I stay talking about Houston, for real. I'm always H-Town everywhere I go. I didn't know Lizzo was from Houston, but we winning right now. I would collab with any of them. We all
What do you
winning.
think it is? Why? And particularly, it seems that we're winning with women in this city right now. No disrespect to none of the brothers. They had a nice run. No, for real.
Had a nice run.
No. I'm not saying it in a disrespectful way. Right now, if you count on your hand, though, who is the most successful around the country or world?
Right.
You just named them.
You're
It
right.
is women.
Yeah.
So all the women, I love to ask the question, what do you think is happening now and why? And particularly with women in this city, why it's working so well. And they are an amalgamation of different looks.
I
what I mean?
think right now, in my opinion, I think the wave right now is confidence. We are all walking in our own confidence. I know me everywhere I go. I'm chunky bees winning all day. I'm proud of my voluptuousness. Is that a word, Ro? Okay,
We'll take it.
She said
We're
you
gonna
can
make
use
that
it.
work.
Yeah.
Megan, she's straightforward. She gonna tell you what it is. Then you got Lizzo. She chunky out here. Like, yeah, her name on Instagram is Lizzo Be Eating. I mean, come on. Like, she's happy. Normani's killing it. Her new single is absolutely phenomenal. I think it's confidence. You gotta have that because I mean, what are you gonna be without it? Because Lamis is very confident, boom.
Come on.
Very.
What J Mac?
I don't know what these two
What
got.
J Mac?
Look at
What J Mac?
She-
What?
He wants to though. He wants to.
No.
What? Come on,
Okay.
just say it.
Nothing, Jazz.
Okay,
What's wrong?
Tell us about the new song and how that came about.
Sugar Zaddy. Okay, so first of all, it's the true story. Nah, but like I said, I write about true events in my life, and when something impacts my life deeply, I always write it down and make a song out of it. So this man changed my life, and I'm in love and stuff.
What? She dropped the L word on us.
So
Dang.
You're in love with a sugar
I
daddy?
am.
What? It don't matter, you know.
I
Oh,
am.
gosh.
Sugar daddy, regular
Please
daddy.
stop
Take care of
As long as
inspiring
he a
her.
daddy or he a zaddy, it's all good.
Right, the one with the Z, the one with the Z. I like
You
that one.
definitely, you know.
Yeah, he take care of me. So all of the things that I've been through and dealing with him inspired that record. So I had to tell the world, sis. I had to tell my story. They gotta know.
Has there ever been any stories that you told in a song or something that you had a hard time putting out, but you just decided to let it all go?
Yeah. Absolutely.
What was that?
My single fairy tale. That was a hard story to tell for me. That was a heartbreak story, and it impacted me in such a negative way, in such a heartbreaking way that I just had to get it all out. I literally was in the studio crying when I recorded that record.
Wow.
Yeah, and wow, don't act like you don't know. You know that story.
What is the story for those that don't know?
Let
You
them
said
know.
everybody
Let
know
them know.
heartbreak, huh?
Let them know.
Since we talking about it,
Give us some of it.
it was actually a story y'all broke 2 years ago. It was a
We did.
We did.
It was a little situation I was involved with.
And we talked about it on the show.
Absolutely.
Am I getting ready to feel guilty about something here?
I talked about it a few years ago. It was I was involved with a certain someone who was a pastor. And
Okay.
it was some stuff going on with that.
At
Are
the
you
church?
serious?
Give me some of the
Yeah.
lyrics
Oh
of the
God.
song.
No,
Yeah.
but do you remember the situation? So
I
now
think,
they're
it's-
watching and
it's
they're
only
gonna
two
want
things we
they're gonna
talked
want
about.
to understand.
Oh, that's fine. We can talk about it. Like to hit, go.
Yeah.
Let her go.
wow.
So no, yeah, I was involved with this guy, and he was a pastor, and it ended up being that he was involved with multiple women.
I do remember that.
I know you do.
Because people was
Oh,
calling in
look
from the
at her.
church.
She's like, boo, you know.
Yeah.
I heard you talking
Yeah.
about it.
He was involved with multiple women, and I was, I was the victim in all of that. I was the person who didn't get to speak. I was the one who didn't get to say anything. I was the, whatever picture was painted by the other two young ladies that were involved, I was that. And luckily, my face wasn't a part of it. You know what I mean? But I never got to tell my side. And then I was doing so much for him and being on his side and making sure I held him down. And he was telling me not to speak, and I'm signing gag orders and blah, 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 and all this other,
Right.
And I was smothered in that secret. So Fairy Tale released all of that.
Wait a minute. During that time, didn't we have people from the church calling in and people? I'm
you call
so
them?
sorry
No, you
to have
don't
been a
have to
participant.
apologize. It
Did
is
you-
okay.
did
Because you know
call?
something. Because you know what? Sometimes you're doing things and you're doing it.
I did not.
And
I
you're
did not.
and you. It's not that you forget it's somebody's life. But you're so fascinated by what's happening, you're like, this cannot be real. And then you
Yeah,
start talking
trust
about it, and
and
people
believe.
start calling.
Believe
and
I
you're
was
like,
just as shocked as y'all were. As the story was breaking
On
in the
the
world,
radio.
it was breaking in my life.
Since
I
I haven't listened to Fairy Tale, and I'm gonna listen to it after this interview, but how did you get hooked up like that? How do you fall in love with a pastor like that has a wife, or I
was-
don't know.
and not
let's be
realize that they
clear,
can
though.
be doing other things.
Or-
Let's be clear, he was not married.
Oh, he was
when
not
he
married.
and I were
Okay.
involved.
Okay.
He was definitely not married.
Uh-huh.
He was involved with other women,
Mhm.
but he wasn't married.
Right.
But
What made you think he was the good guy for you then?
he wooed the hell out of me? Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, so he was good with.
No,
No,
you
talk
good.
your talk.
Yeah, he was very charming, and he was just everything that a woman would ideally have on her checklist for a man.
Mhm.
We got a checklist.
Oh
sis.
yeah.
He was that, and especially the fact that he loved God, that just took it over the top for me.
Okay, so has that changed your faith since?
Absolutely not.
Okay,
Absolutely not.
Because
If
a lot of
anything-
people go through that type of thing and then it change them
No.
forever.
No. See, I didn't depend on him for any type of relationship that I have with God. I already know and love him and have a relationship with him on my own. So I didn't even combine the two. I actually looked at his preaching as, that's his job. I didn't even take that with our relationship.
So he didn't try to finesse you with the God card.
No, actually he didn't. We separated that. I knew that was that. He loved God. He was a preacher, and that right there alone won me over. Like, okay, you love God. Boom, we good on that. So then we started to explore each other in other ways. I didn't want our relationship to be all holier than thou type joint. We were normal people, but he had secrets the entire time.
And you found out when everybody else found out.
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, he called me the morning of. How deep can I go, bro?
Go, roll, let her go.
Let her roll, roll.
I just need
Let her
my
roll,
manager.
roll.
I just need a head nod. Okay. All right.
I'll
okay,
tell you
cool.
when to stop.
No, yeah. So as a matter of fact, the morning of, he called me and was like, I just need to talk to you, crying all this stuff. I just need to tell you, she found the tape.
Is that how we
uh-huh.
started talking about it? Because it was a tape.
Yes.
It
of
was
a pre-
something.
it was a tape of a preacher.
Absolutely.
It was a tape of a preacher. I don't know if we saw it on the news or somebody called us. Or,
Isaiah Carey.
Carrie.
Isaiah Carey.
oh, wow.
I
And
do.
we just started talking about it. And people started calling us, telling us the dirt of the church.
Yes, and it was the talk of the town for like a week. Y'all was on that story for a long time, and I had to listen to it. I had to be quiet.
So that's why you don't like us. I knew it was something. But you know, it's
Listen,
good because
no.
the healing. I knew it was
We not
something.
finna say no. You're
It's
not just
all right,
finna
let's
pass
heal.
that up.
Hey,
No,
can
let
we
me
get
go.
a prayer?
You
Bishop
stupid.
Easy, I understand. I understand. It took me a while. Now I understand. I understand. It's
talking
all right.
about?
It's a healing.
I have always
it's
loved
all right.
and supported
It's
the
all right.
Fox.
Your attitude changed.
Love
towards us.
y'all. 97.9.
It's cool.
My
J-Mac
dogs.
holding her hand,
It's
trying to
all
get
right.
prayer squeezed in.
This is
it's
just
all
you,
right.
You need
J-Mac.
to
She
cut
hate
it
us.
No, the
You need to
show, and
cut
I
it out.
understand. It took me a while. I understand it now. We
that's-
sorry for that.
Okay, so and now that he's done with that,
Story.
that's definitely not
We
it.
don't know it in here right now.
That's-
I remember this,
that's
though.
definitely
I know.
not
It
it.
was like a 2-day, 3-day
Yeah, we
affair.
went
Like
on
the
and
story
on.
stuff. Okay.
Look, see? She knows the
She
exact
lived it.
days.
I don't remember if it
Four
was
days.
4,
Four
but the
days.
story kept developing, and I was just in shock. It was, people are not, we don't see preachers as human. I was talking to a pastor about
That's
this
the
other day.
problem.
What happens is we put them on almost a God.
Pedestals.
We almost equate them. I'm not gonna say we. Most people equate them almost to God.
Yeah, like they can't
And
make
they're not,
mistakes.
and they're not human beings.
Right.
And when you hear these kind of stories of a fall from grace, you're like, he did what?
It's
He had a
shocking.
tape.
Yeah.
What? How many?
Right.
This is not real. And then what happens? All those people want to talk because
Mm-hmm.
they're trying to heal and annihilate at the same time too.
No
So
pun
they're-
intended.
So, so they're all blah,
Yeah.
because they're in disbelief and they go there every Sunday or however many days a week they go. And
Yeah.
so now they feel used, exposed,
Yep.
taken advantage of.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, things that obviously you felt firsthand. but
Yeah, no, it's
the
okay.
whole
I'm in a
congregation
space
feels
where I
that
can
way.
talk about it freely now.
Wow,
I'm
this
no
is-
longer suffering from that situation.
What a full circle.
How
Yeah.
did you get there into that space? How did you like get over all of it?
Music is my outlet.
Mm-hmm.
It's my deep breath, and I have to have that. If I did not have the ability to write about the things I go through, I probably would have like flew the coop a long time ago.
Yeah.
But I just got in the studio, and I remember turning off all the lights and literally just getting in the booth and recording exactly how I felt that day in that moment, and that's how Fairy Tale was born. Yeah.
So are those wounds still there on the inside, or you're able to 100% heal, or is it in there enough still where you're cautious, you're aware, the pain is not what it once was, but there's still there's a wound that you can obviously see.
I mean, obviously when you get burnt, it ain't gonna hurt forever, but you still
You
gonna
damn
have the
see it.
mark.
You damn
You know
well
what I
see
mean?
it. Yeah.
It's still there, but I'm no longer suffering from it.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, it became a stepping stone for me to be great and be better. And I hope where the camera at?
Look
I
right in
hope-
it.
I hope you watching, and I hope you see me now, because I just want to say thank you for all of your F-ups. Sincerely.
That should be the name of the album. Sincere.
Nah, that
much
took a
credit.
toll on me right there. So
Really?
I wrote about it and I
Let it
released
go
it
now.
and yeah.
How your mama deal with it and your family deal with it?
My mama, listen, my family had my back. We was ready to ride on something. We was ready to ride on something. Everybody was suited and booted.
So this the north side of H-Town? That's where you from? Yeah. Oh,
J Man
I'm
don't know the
from-
address.
I'm from the east side. I'm from Clinton Park, Texas.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm from Clinton Park. I grew up there. But nah, my family had my back. Everybody was ready to ride on Buddy.
Well, now my apologies.
You don't have to apologize.
Well, I'm apologize because you know what? Oftentimes you sit, and this is all of us. We all, even if somebody's just talking about J Mac, sometimes what happens is you forget that people are human beings.
Yeah.
And you're talking about lives. Even if it's somebody talking about you, saying, oh, because there's somebody that doesn't like you or hate you, or they'll go to your social page and like, girl, you ain't all that. They forget that you're a human being and you have
Yeah,
emotions and feelings.
absolutely.
And they'll just sit there and do Eddie Murphy called doing a drive-by. That's why he's not on something. You just go by, and then they gone.
Yeah.
And they leave you with these hoes. And oftentimes we concentrate on the negative so much,
Yep.
we forget about all the people that love us.
Yeah.
Because we just, the people that love you assume that you know that you love, so they don't even tell you. But
Yeah.
the people who hate you, they can't wait to sit there and ride against you.
Yeah, indeed.
And then sometimes when we do what we do, you forget that, hey, that affects somebody's life because we just sitting here like popcorn and tea, like, wow, this is crazy.
Well, I mean, I don't blame them though, because negativity is it's entertaining. It's entertaining.
Your life, our entertainment.
Nobody wants to spread positivity and show when, if anything, a murder is gonna make the news before a black person owning a business or opening a business would. You know what I mean? There's always gonna be attention when there's negativity. So I wasn't mad at the world. I was just mad at
The situation.
his ass. Yeah, I was
No
just
doubt.
mad at him.
No doubt. Wow. This has been very eye-opening.
Yeah, it's cool, cause Lamis on, baby.
Hey.
Lamis is on, baby. I ain't mad no more. I was, but
Well, look at you.
I'm over that. Yeah.
As they say, look at you now.
And I just want to add that my edges was slick on that tape.
Laid.
My hair was freshly done, and I was cute. I had a fresh full set too.
So how fast did you get a new church? I'm just curious.
God,
Stupid.
This stuff I just be wanting to know.
Okay,
like,
all right.
I didn't even go to his church.
Oh, you didn't?
No, because I didn't even want to connect. Like I said, we kept those two things completely, totally separate. And, turns out that the fiance was at the church. So she was the assistant the entire time.
Wow.
So, yeah, silly me. Yeah, I never went to his church.
Okay.
Can we let that go, Matt? Can
I'm
we just
through.
get
I don't got any more questions. I go
What
listen to
about-
fairy tale.
I ain't heard about it because when that story come out, yeah, there's a whole visual, video, all of that. I'm going to make sure that I tell that story. in
Speaking
that
of visual videos and stuff, what can we expect from you in the next year? Drop some videos on us, some more songs?
Yeah, we actually about
Transition.
to get ready to drop Sugar Daddy.
Right.
Okay.
Nas is already out. And then Fairy Tale it's actually going to be a short film. So that's coming as well.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm excited for all of that.
So you acting too?
You know what? People tell me I can act, but I don't even be trying to act. This is just my normal, this just me. Like I don't be trying to, I don't try to do all that. This is Inayah Lamis. This is me, my real life.
So in the next year, I could see you on TV is what you're saying. Gotcha. And the album as well?
Shout out to Lena Waithe, by the way. Hey, yes, the album, that's this year in the fall. Oh, I'm glad you brought that up. It's no longer an EP because I keep adding records. Yes, because now that I'm in the industry, I'm meeting all these relevant people who've produced Grammy records, and so I keep adding more and more music. But
Did you do the
it's
song with Big
done
Freedia?
now.
You
It's
do the
done.
song with Big Freedia?
not yet. It's coming.
Ooh.
I love. Hey sis. Hey Frida. I love.
Did
Frida.
Lena work with you on the short film?
So yeah, let's just wait on that.
Jazz got a
Little juice.
Yeah,
Let's
got a
wait
little
on
juice
that.
right there, Jazz. Nice move, Jazz.
Don't wait on that.
Well, good luck to you.
Thank you so much.
This is exciting. Like I said, it's cool to see somebody, particularly from here,
Yep.
and whose career, after all the things you've done, something organically done is what takes you to where you're going.
Absolutely.
That's very exciting to see. So
Yeah.
good luck on everything. And introduce the
you.
song so we can get into it.
Absolutely. So this is my new single, Sugar Zaddy, and it's based on a true story. Hey Zaddy, love you.
Mm-hmm.
Social media. Just give it.
Oh, Cooper wants you to give all your so people can follow you, know what you're doing, just in case they don't. We're assuming that everybody did already because
Yes.
that's how you got here.
Yes.
But for those that like, hey, I want to see what she's doing and what I'm missing out on.
Absolutely. So Inayah Lamis on all social media. It's INAYAH_LAMIS. And if it don't got a blue check, it ain't me.
Verified.
Anaya. All right.
Lamis.
All right.
You call your fans annihilators?
Yes.
I knew it.
I do. Annihilators. And they love me.
Live.
They do, and I love them. Y'all, they be freaking out like when I go to stores and I just be in there for I ran out of tissue at the house the other day. And I tried to go in Walmart and grab some more tissue, and it was some middle school girls in there like just freaking out. They was like, oh my God. Crying. I got a whole pink light bill at the house. I'm crying for Cash out me.
Crying for.
Can you let me hold something since you love me
Oh
so
my
much.
God. I got a whole
Nah,
pink
they
light bill.
be tripping. They be tripping when they see me. I'm still trying to get used to that, y'all. It's mind blowing. I went to LA and I didn't even know I had fans. I didn't even know they knew me out there. I I went to LA and they was like, "Can we get you to come to this?" There's so many brunches in LA, by the way. There's too many brunches.
What?
No, I
Jazz like
You
to
can
eat.
never have
so.
too many
no.
brunches.
There was
Eat and drink and it's daylight.
there was way too many brunch. I don't understand the whole brunch
For
thing.
BT.
BT, MTV, TTV, WeTV. I was at so many brunches. Like they kept inviting me to stuff, and I'm like, okay, you know, I'm full. Thanks. I don't want any more mimosas. Like I'm fine. I didn't even know that I was that popular in LA. They was like pulling me every which way, and I'm like, I gotta get back to Texas because this is too fast for me. I'm slow boogie.
Are you gonna
East side.
move? So you're gonna stay here?
I think I'm gonna stay in Texas.
Whatever her sugar
Zaddy's
daddy
here.
say.
Zaddy is
But he also
here.
got enough money y'all can move.
Yeah, Zaddy
Zaddy.
here. Zaddy is here.
You can't leave him.
But he'll move. He'll move for me.
Your son,
He will. He
your
will.
son like him?
My son adores that man.
Is that important that your
Yes,
son likes?
absolutely.
Yeah.
'Cause how
No,
can-
her son gonna hate him.
Well,
Yeah, we can't even be if we ain't.
Right.
If he don't. Yeah.
There's
that
some
ain't-
people that compromise all the time. Compromise all the time. You
You're
know.
right, because I did at one point in time.
So
Don't
the
try to
obvious
say,
is not
hey,
always
hey,
obvious.
Hey,
No, that's true though. I
Watch yourself.
compromised.
Have you ever
with
dated anybody your son didn't like?
the pastor?
Right. Right.
shut up! Now you think he made a point? You
I
ain't
can't
made
know
no.
because I'm smart.
Oh, this.
That
guy.
was a good observation there, though. Good job, buddy.
Oh, now they back on again. They started the part, but now they back on again. Ah, dog.
Hey,
That's what we were trying not to
ain't
happen.
doing a good job.
Has there been some big celebrity that you like? They don't know. They know you, like Beyonce or somebody.
Again, when I went to the brunch, one of the brunches in LA, I walked in and you got Money Man, you got T.I., you got Jim Jones, you got Mozzie, you had Iggy Azalea. There was everybody in there was dying to get to me.
Oh,
Like they was like, "Can you tell Inayah to come in?" I'm like, "You me?"
H-Town, baby. H-Town.
And then I met T.I., he was like, "I'm with the greatest." I was like, "Who you talking about?" Like I loved it, y'all. It was everybody that was wanting me were all celebrities already, and I'm like, y'all really like my little country? Y'all like me like that? It
know
was
you
dope.
hot.
It
You
was
know you
dope. The
hot.
vibes was really dope. But I can't move to LA. It's way too fast.